Ready Player One from 2018 follows Wade Watts, a teenager living in a dystopian future, as he navigates the virtual reality universe of the Oasis to compete in a high-stakes treasure hunt that offers immense power and wealth. The film begins by establishing the bleak conditions of Wade's real-world environment, highlighting societal decay, economic inequality, and the search for meaning in a world plagued by poverty and instability. This setting emphasizes that heroism and resourcefulness are not limited to extraordinary abilities, but can emerge from ingenuity, determination, and ethical conviction in challenging circumstances. Wade's immersion into the Oasis introduces a dual narrative, one that explores virtual heroism and one that examines the interplay between identity, morality, and personal growth. The narrative centers on the quest created by James Halliday, the Oasis's eccentric founder, who posthumously challenges users to locate a hidden Easter egg within the expansive virtual universe. Wade, under the avatar Percival, demonstrates not only technical skill and strategic thinking, but also ethical discernment and loyalty, which become critical to his success. The treasure hunt functions as both plot driver and thematic device, emphasizing that mastery of knowledge, creativity, and problem-solving is essential in high-stakes situations. Wade's journey illustrates that heroism requires a combination of intelligence, adaptability, courage, and moral judgment, and that ethical decision-making is inseparable from effective action. The film introduces a diverse ensemble of characters, including Art 3 Ms, Each, Show, and Dato, whose collaboration, competition, and moral choices shape the narrative. Art 3 Ms serves as both ally and moral compass, demonstrating the importance of trust, integrity, and critical thinking in navigating challenges. Each, a technologically skilled and loyal friend, exemplifies the role of creativity, problem-solving, and teamwork in achieving objectives. Show and Dato contribute strategic insight, skill, and ethical guidance, reinforcing that success in complex environments relies on the integration of diverse talents, perspectives, and ethical principles. These relationships highlight that heroism is relational as well as individual, requiring collaboration, empathy, and shared moral commitment. The central antagonist, Nolan Sorrento of Innovative Online Industries, embodies the dangers of unrestrained corporate ambition and ethical compromise. Sorrento seeks to seize control of the Oasis for personal profit and power, demonstrating that intelligence and technical expertise devoid of ethical grounding can lead to destructive outcomes. The conflict between Wade and Sorrento emphasizes that heroism is not defined merely by skill, courage, or technical mastery, but by the responsible, principled application of talent and knowledge. Sorrento's strategies, ranging from manipulation and sabotage to the deployment of lethal in-game measures, underscore the high stakes and ethical dimensions of the quest, illustrating that moral discernment is as essential as ingenuity in achieving meaningful success. The film's action sequences, combining virtual reality challenges with real-world consequences, highlight creativity, strategy, and adaptability. Chase scenes, combat encounters, and puzzle-solving scenarios require Wade and his allies to integrate problem-solving, technical knowledge, and collaborative planning. These sequences emphasize that heroism is multidimensional, encompassing not only physical or technical skill, but also strategic foresight, ethical judgment, and relational intelligence. The interplay between virtual and real-world stakes illustrates the consequences of actions and decisions across multiple domains, reinforcing the narrative's focus on responsibility, creativity, and adaptability in complex environments. Humor and personality contribute to engagement while emphasizing character depth and relational dynamics. Wade's wit, Art 3 Ms strategic banter, and Each's levity provide comic relief that balances tension, while also highlighting intelligence, resilience, and relational insight. Humor functions as both entertainment and narrative device, reinforcing the human dimension of heroism and illustrating that effective action often involves creativity, adaptability, and psychological acuity. The narrative uses humor strategically to underscore both individual personality and ethical problem-solving, emphasizing that resilience and ingenuity are intertwined with character and relational intelligence. The film also explores identity, both in virtual and real-world contexts. Wade's transformation as Parzival demonstrates the fluidity of self-perception and the ethical responsibilities that accompany power. The contrast between Avatar and reality highlights that moral character, courage, and relational integrity are as essential as skill and technical mastery. Personal growth is portrayed through ethical decision-making, loyalty, and the capacity to balance self-interest with collective well-being. The narrative reinforces that heroism involves self-awareness, ethical reasoning, and the courage to act consistently with one's values, even in high-stakes and complex situations. The climax unites personal, ethical, and global stakes as Wade and his allies confront Sorrento in a final contest to secure the Oasis. Success requires strategic coordination, technical mastery, moral clarity, and the integration of diverse abilities. The resolution emphasizes that heroism emerges from principled action, collaboration, and ethical application of knowledge and skill, illustrating that integrity, creativity, and courage are inseparable components of effective leadership and problem-solving. The narrative concludes with Wade and his allies reaffirming the importance of responsibility, ethical discernment, and the transformative power of ingenuity and cooperation. Ready Player One succeeds by blending character-driven storytelling, high-stakes adventure, visual spectacle, and thematic exploration of morality, identity, and ethical responsibility. The film emphasizes that heroism is defined not solely by technical mastery or courage, but by the principled, creative, and collaborative application of intelligence and skill. Through Wade's journey and his interactions with allies and adversaries, the story illustrates the complex interplay between perception, morality, and capability, demonstrating that resilience, ethical reasoning, and relational intelligence are central to achieving meaningful outcomes. By integrating action, humor, and emotional depth with philosophical inquiry, Ready Player One delivers a narrative that entertains while probing the ethical, strategic, and psychological dimensions of heroism in both virtual and real-world contexts.